here for long
Yeah,
term.
I think yours flat is the thing.
Maybe they did and they didn't tell you.
No, they didn't.
So you have to say,
Yeah. Olio.
One of my windows in my bedroom was like plastic. Plastic. What? 就是说成绩一样的问题，真的很少。因为我另外他去就用错了。
Let's do that. Great.
Yeah, basically, like I'm expecting some people to sit there and not do anything.
well, it's different.
And that's the one. And this. By myself again?
Okay, you go to this there.
Okay, let me put some breakfast.
Let me make sure there's a little bit.
Yes. I don't know what it is, but I'll let you know. Okay. So I don't know where to take you. opposite direction than I do.
E c'era chiuso le tapparelle. Sì, è questo, delle papere. Domani.
And then she met my granddad, and they got married, and they had kids.
That's where you get it.
Yeah.
It might be better that. Well, yeah.
Esatto.
The